Hello everybody, welcome back to the XsivGaming Channel. I'm of course the XsivPlayer. Today we are up to episode number 16 of our survival roleplay series here on Farm Simulator 19. Before we get started, if of course you could drop us a quick like on today's video, it would be very much appreciated. And of course if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. So what are we doing today? Episode number 16. Well, as you can see we are in the Ford tractor. We've got the Tedder going on the back, it's all over the place here. Yeah, we've got the Viacon Fanex Tedder on the back, working away. We are of course tedding the grass, hoping that it is going to dry out pretty quickly today. We need to get the pelleting done, so we can get these fields dug over. It is of course still day 5 late spring. We've not progressed time any because, as I said, we need to get these jobs done. I'm hoping, as I say, this is going to dry out pretty quickly today. But yeah, as you can see, the Viacon Fanex there, the Tedder is of course working away, flicking the grass up in the air, allowing the air to get in to the actual grass and help dry it out. That will make it into hay of course, and then once it's into hay, then yeah, we'll be able to get it all pelleted up. Now we have had a quick phone call with the Hayes brothers down in Linton. Of course they are the pelleting brothers, where the pelleting is all done, and yes, they have a pelletizer, a mobile pelletizer that we can of course bring to the fields and do all the pelleting, and then obviously what you do is you unload it into a trailer of course, and yeah, then if of course you are palleting them up, then you need to put them into the pelletizer down in Linton. But we're not going to do that. We are of course just going to store some pellets for the sheep of course over winter, and anything other than that, then we are of course going to sell those any remaining pellets. Now of course we do have to repay some of the pellets that we previously borrowed. Of course we borrowed what did we do, 4 pallets, was it? 4 pallets of pellets we borrowed from the Hayes brothers to get us through last winter. So we of course need to get those repaid as soon as we've got some. I think it's about 4,000 litres of about 4,000 litres of pellets per pallet. And sell that really quickly. There's a lot of peas in there, but there we go. Yeah, about 4,000 litres, and I think it equates to about 1.5 tons or thereabouts. So what we will do is keep 4,000 of course times 4, so that we can take those back to the Hayes pellets of course, and then yeah, we'll be able to get that bit repaid. So anything, once we've paid back the Hayes brothers for their pellets that we borrowed, and we've got enough pellets to see us through the full winter season, stored in our sheds. Anything else we can of course then sell, so make us a bit of money as well. We was on £19,794 of course where we sold the bales. We have of course got the mortgage to get paid up, the loan that we borrowed from the bank, where we of course purchased the farm, and also we added that additional £10,000 on for purchasing the equipment from the auction. So yeah, we've got a fair old bit to get paid up. But as I say, we're going to crack on with this tedding today, and a bit of luck, as I say, hopefully this will dry out pretty quickly. It looks like it's drying fairly quickly already, it's just not quite there yet. Of course, if we jump out, the track's getting dirty, but yeah, you can see how the tedders work. Of course, the rakes spin round in circles and flick all the grass up into the air, allows the air into the grass, and that of course is what dries it all out and makes it into the hay. So yeah, get a visual of what's going on there. But yeah, as I say, we've got a fair old bit to get done. We're not going to have a particularly long episode today. We've done a few long episodes for the past few days, but yeah, so we need to get this done. Hopefully this is going to dry out pretty quickly, of course. But yeah, as I said, the Ford, of course, is what we purchased from auction. Doing absolutely fantastic work already. It's sounds great. No issues with this at all. The John Deere, of course, the John Deere 332 mower that we've got seems to be having trouble with its steering. We've attempted to move it around a bit and try and see if there's anything we can visually see, and at the moment, no, there's nothing that we can see. I think we've got to have a good look underneath. But we will do that again, we'll have a look at that over the course of the weekend when we get a bit of free time, when we're not actually doing anything. As I say, we are of course need this grass tedding at the moment, so we can lift that up. That can be turned off for a minute, and I don't think we can fit through the gate with it unfolded. No, it's definitely not going to fit through there, so we're going to have to fold it up, get through the gates. I know it's relatively small tedder, of course, but there we go. So we'll get it unfolded again. Get it all turned on, lowered back down. Here we go again. So as I said, we've got quite a few fields that we have got the grass cut on. So we're going to do the pellets, of course, and then once we've got all the pelleting done and got that off the field, I'll say fields, plural, because we've got a lot of fields to get done actually. But yeah, once we've got that done, we then can look at getting the field actually dug over and start planting some crops. Of course, that is coming in the next couple of episodes. We're going to need some machinery for that as well. But, as I say, we'll get that done as soon as we've got all these fields cleared off, of course. But as I say, today it's just a nice relaxing day, nice relaxing drive around the farm, around the fields, just looking at the grass everywhere. But yeah, I think what we'll do is just put us on a bit of a relaxing time lapse and have a bit of a chill out. So yeah, we shall see you in a tick. Okay, so that's what, 3 fields all tedded over. So they are pretty dry anyway, most of the field and most of the grass, so it's not like we've got too much to do. But as I say, it's pretty much a big relaxing day. We're just going to have to do with a bit of time waiting, unfortunately. There is, of course, 2 fields down there that we've got to ted over, but for today, as I say, I think that's going to be it. It's just a case of waiting, really. The grass is pretty dry anyway. Still a couple of fields to cut, of course, but as we said, we're not going to plough over all of the fields. We are still going to want some grass fields, but as I say, I think for today that is enough for the time being anyway. But yeah, as I say, the sheds are looking a lot tidier now that we've got equipment arranged where we want to put everything. So the John Deere 332 is going to need some looking at. I'll have to do some maintenance on that and find out what is wrong. I'm not quite sure what is wrong with that, but there we go. So we'll lower that down, drop that off there. It's tucked in there nicely now. But yeah, as I say, for today I think that is going to be it. A bit of a relaxing day, but at the same time we also need a bit of a time waiting sort of day as well, if that makes sense. But there we go, shovel that off there. But yeah, that Ford 8340 is doing absolutely a fantastic job. I'm just really glad that we purchased that. Got a bit dirty now though. But all the same, that's as I say, done really well. The rest of the tractors are as they were. The mowers that we purchased, they are of course very dirty now. But yeah, we need to do some maintenance on that John Deere. Really not sure what's wrong with it. It's something to do with the steering. Seems to be rocking about all over the place. The trailer itself doesn't seem to want to steer as the trailer is steering either, so it's something in the system. Not quite sure what it is, but we'll get it sorted at some point. But as I say, for today, that is going to be it. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, remember of course to drop us a like on the video itself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And of course you could share today's video with family and friends or anybody else you think may enjoy. It would also be very much appreciated. But like I say, that is going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching this one. We are going to just go and chill out indoors, and we will of course be back in tomorrow's episode. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye for now.